It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Chiefs and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 19 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Chiefs at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, here's KC punter Tyler Newsome. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott. Ball delivered complete on the crossing route Gallup. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll wind up 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the front.
And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down, Pollard again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. They'll run left with Pollard. Running right through it. And he works free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Dak going to keep it on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that'll make the score 14-0. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Third down and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete to Foster. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play fake. Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. Touchdown. Sky Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy.
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A give to Pollard running left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down throw for Prescott. And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And again, it's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken around the 12. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as they get this up past the 40. To throw is Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down and very long. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
1st down, Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good. Yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that...
into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going to run again here with Pollard. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
This taken in right around the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Foster. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes Mahomes firing complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And down to the 36-yard line here.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now on first down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And able to get this out to the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Through the juke. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 17-14. Exactly 1 minute remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Gets this to Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
Open man here is Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Mahomes.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And it is good. Well, that would look to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Pollard going to try the right side. Gets around him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So third down coming up. But, Charles, I guess a question for me, where does four down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams. I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
At that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Got an open man, it's Foster. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
And partner, right away, I'm brought back to the words of my special teams coach when I played in college. Sometimes you just have to want to go block a kick.
And here with a chance to win the game in OT on the O-line, you got to max protect.
It's amazing, isn't it? You spend all that time in practice, you go over all the different possibilities, and with the game's on the line, someone leaks through, and now you got a block kick.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive.